One of the most restlessly predicted cosmic events is the grandiose blast of Betelgeuse within the first-rate shoulder of Orion. Betelgeuse is a pink, very Goliath superstar that is drawing in the direction of an astounding completion. Betelgeuse is one of the nighttime sky's maximum top-notch stars. However, it is oddly all started to wane within the last choice piece of 2019. I may want to try and see the obscuring with UND because it was so clear from now onward, indefinitely, apparently forever. The star's beauty reduced, and observers tended to whether or not Betelgeuse had shown up toward the completion of its life following several months. Anyway, the Crimson Beast stars surprised lower back to Enterprise as standard. Stargazers were astonished to look the justification behind the high-quality obscuring after they focused on it with the most powerful telescopes. The superstar is practically exploding as it attracts near to the completion of its life. When and why is an inestimable blast expected to occur? And could this situation be unfortunate for Earth? We need to kind out the thoughts-blowing ruby crimson shining superstar referred to as Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse is arranged in the higher proper shoulder of the chillier season gathering of stars or the Hunter. It is usually known as Alpha Orionis, the second most dazzling star within the heavenly body after the blue very beast. Betelgeuse is a beguiling article for star studies and observations because of its variable nature, in addition to its bizarre name. Normally, stars with the name Alpha are the most amazing of their star groupings. No matter the manner that genuine Orion, another beautiful big name, is more brilliant, Betelgeuse is Alpha Orionis attributable to its name, surprise size, and reddish coloration. It's like insightful, maybe the most striking celebrity. Betelgeuse is the seventh most inspiring famous person that ought to be visible from via far most of North America, Europe, and Canada, and it is the 10th most exceptional big name. Normally above the armpit of the beast is a common region knowledge for the Arabic articulation that filled in as the justification for the call horrifying Crowley. Press in general that a Goliath shows Orion, though that's what various analysts agree with. Horrifying Crowley, rather than an armpit, depicts a hand or perhaps a shoulder. Regardless of the way that Betelgeuse is depicted as Orion's right shoulder on various vintage celebrity frames, its careful importance is darkish. Given that Orion is normally associated with a Goliath, a hero, a Hun, a heavenly being, or some other human or animal include out-of-date fables, it's far scarcely surprising that most portrayals of Betelgeuse have a bodily connection. Amazingly, space experts are wrong to pinpoint Betelgeuse's precise separation from Earth, disregarding the way that they agree with it to be among 430 and 724 light-years away. Betelgeuse is the maximum astonishing crimson very Goliath celebrity and is closest to Earth in our framework. Just 200 crimson very Goliath stars were perceived. Betelgeuse is 16½ instances as sizable as the Sun. The incredible beast has 126,000 sunlight-based radiances and is observable from 548 light-years away. This celebrity has a floor temperature of 600 Kelvin, making it cooler than the Sun. Just around 13.3% of Betelgeuse's beauty power is glaring light. If normal eyes could see light through any wave frequencies, Betelgeuse could outperform Sirius as the maximum unbelievable megastar in our nighttime sky. The Sun has a range that is near multiple times more than Betelgeuse. If the superstar changed our solar inside the solar-located gadget, it would display up past the Gap rock belt and especially past Jupiter. This shows that Earth, Mars, Venus, Mercury, and also Venus could all be absolutely absorbed. Betelgeuse loses round 1 sun mass as expected. A cloud encompasses the crimson megastar since this mater cloth is being shot out unevenly from the star in all instructions. A dimness of cloth on exceptional events more than the big name encompasses Betelgeuse, and the dimensions of this cloud is also made sure to be 30 limitless gadgets or on severe events the sooner distance. The Sun and Neptune, the farthest planet within the Sun-controlled device, are secluded via this distance. Betelgeuse is evaluated to be somewhere within the range of 9 and 10 million years of age, which is a relatively young age. It is believed that awesome Goliaths or crimson Goliath stars are transferring in the direction of the completion of their existence. When a celebrity is imagined, it is product of hydrogen, which merges inside the star's middle under the pressure of gravity to make helium in a nuclear chute. A package of strength and light power is ordinarily conveyed throughout the mixture cycle. This energy goes to the megastar's surface and is conveyed as a photon into space. As the famous person ages, its fundamental fuel hydrogen runs out, and helium begins to get together with carbon to approach carbon. Later, the helium is spent, and neon will in the end merge with carbon to outline magnesium. When this happens, the combo of neon with magnesium holds energy in preference to conveying it on the grounds that there's nothing to conflict with the star's extreme regions of electricity. For strangely right, when magnesium starts off-evolve to entwine, the megastar collapses in on itself, leading to an inestimable blast. An inestimable blast, certainly one of nature's most powerful forces, could make more strength than 10 billion suns. Stars shift tone throughout the path in their fact from the maximum active, most smoking blue designs to the more laid-out cooler crimson mixtures, depending on what length of their extremely good improvement they have got proven up. On the Greek specialist Timmy 92268, development interestingly alluded to Betelgeuse as having a bronze range, but a few years quicker, Chinese cosmologists had depicted the celebrity as having a yellow appearance, perhaps surmising that Betelgeuse was previously a yellow high-quality beast. Larger stars regularly devour through their hydrogen quicker and brush aside the field from sooner. In spite of being just around 10 million years antique, Betelgeuse is definitely shifting toward the completion of its destiny. Our Sun, on the other hand, is as but thriving at around 5 billion years old. Other than, considering the reality that Betelgeuse is drawing closer the completion of its lifestyles, an inestimable blast could arise in a touch even as. Besides, it's highly dubious when Betelgeuse's giant blast will appear. Betelgeuse goes through two obscuring and illuminating cycles. The second occurs normally predictably and perseveres around 100 days. The star's outside shell is made sure to broaden an agreement during this cycle, changing the star's body and the regular temperature as according to each step of the cycle. The clashing obscuring of Betelgeuse in 2019 and 2020, followed by way of a brief restoration to its ordinary brightness, drew a variety of concept in keeping with area experts. It'd illustrate that the famous person will skip on. Betelgeuse has been the factor of convergence of significant survey beginning from the primary 100 years B. In all truth, do see, but for what cause did it knee out of the blue and towards its popular cycle? Betelgeuse became taken out from its home in the Orion-Obi-Wan alliance, which incorporates the celebrities in Orion's belt, and has been visible touring through the interstellar medium at a speed of 30 kilometers per second. More than 4 light-year huge, a bow shock is being conveyed via the dashing big name. It's hard to evaluate the distances to crimson very Goliath stars like Betelgeuse in stargazing. It has exhibited testing to pinpoint Betelgeuse's visible expansiveness for a selection of reasons. Betelgeuse is a pulsating celebrity. Consequently, its width changes over the lengthy corridor. The optical radiations change in collection and with distance from the middle because of limb clouding. Therefore, there's no specific aspect to the famous person. The circumstellar envelope that is made of cloth leap started out from the star and creates and absorbs light, making it trying out to painting Betelgeuse's photosphere. The star's clear length adjustments depending on the recurrence utilized, making it hard to test one discernment out to some other in the electromagnetic variety. Checks ought to be doable at various frequencies, and the uncovered breadths can circulate by using up to 32 to 5%. Photos taken through the ground-based Change Large Telescope Interferometer VTI in July 2009 and conveyed by the ECU Southern Observatory showed an large fuel top that showed up at $30 Australian greenbacks from the superstar into the enveloping air. The dimensions of this mass release, which was one of diverse happening within the atmosphere of Betelgeuse as compared to the distance between the Solar and Neptune. Stargazers have visible as something like 6 shells together with Betelgeuse by way of tending to the mystery of mass tough trouble during the last durations of a famous person's lifestyles. It would be feasible to pick out the legitimization for these eminent Goliaths' terrible defeat along the stars with problems. Concerns were raised regarding complicated additives of Betelgeuse's prolonged surroundings. Red very Goliaths play an important function inside the recycling of problem that makes up universes. Nonetheless, it is yet cloudy the manner wherein mass is lost way to sorts of progress in interferometric methodologies. Space professionals may be close to coping with this issue. Space professionals applied Hubble and other observatories to track down that the star excused a top-notch deal of its observable surface in 2019 and made a big surface mass ship off. This has till as of late in no way been located in a star's lead. our solar reliably dispatches pieces of its thin outside environment, the crown, in an eccentricity known as coronal mass release (CME. Those occasions are appreciably greater feeble than what turned into visible on Betelgeuse. The Betelgeuse floor mass launch shot out 400 billion times S greater mass than a run-of-the-mill coronal mass release (CME), which gets a handle on by mid-February 2020. By mid-February 2020, Betelgeuse had misplaced around triple Houghton's brightness from significance 0.5 to measure 1.7, resulting in starting to say no tremendously in October 2019. By means of February 17, 2020, Betelgeuse's brightness had been regular for close to 10 days, and the megastar had begun to light up.